Okay, so I just got out of the health expo and I was in there walking in, feeling good, feeling that 5D vibration, just feeling like blissed out and in my heart space. And when you just know something, like, can you ever go back to a memory where you just knew something? Like, you don't know how, there's no logic behind it, but you just know. Well, I just felt like I knew I was gonna win a raffle, and I don't even remember like applying for a raffle. But anyways, look what I won. I like heard my name and I was like, oh my gosh, that's me, and I was kind of freaking out. So I won this Italian heather plant and these supplements, and I'm super excited. So this is a prime example of what it means to be in a high vibrational state, which is what I'm going to be preaching about all the time, which is like going into your heart space. Your heart space is an expansive and abundant and an unconditional loving space. And when you can get into this state and this vibration and this energy field here, then you start to see magic all around you all the time. And this is a place of deep knowing, right? So when you're up here, the waters are very chaotic and it's wild and it'll just like stress you out. But when you go down to the bottom of the ocean where it's still and it's calm, and the bottom of the ocean being your heart, this is like the all-knowing place. This is like the abundant place. This is where like all the magic happens and everything is possible, right? So anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys because I'm like so excited. I feel like a little kid. And looking back on my life, I remember when I was little and in grade school, and you know how they would be like, okay, guess how many like gumballs are in the jar, or they'd have like guessing games. I would always win. I would always win. And it's that little kid energy that's in the heart space of like knowing and unconditional love and magic and creativity and imagination and belief, where like that little kid energy just has that, right? Until we become programmed of like limiting belief systems and are you a winner, and like separating things, and like, are you good enough? Let me grade this. Oh, let me critique it. And then we like start to get bogged down and like get in our heads. Well, now on the planet, the heart is coming back and we're getting back into the magic and the abundance and the manifestation and the juicy nectar spot, This is all to say, what is this? I just found like a little chocolate egg in my car, like by all my rocks, because I have rocks in my car. But I don't know how this got there. See? Magic. So, my message today is just a little like reminder, right? Because it's a reminder because we have all the information inside of us, but sometimes we forget. So just to remind you that, going back to the idea that there is the headspace, the electric headspace, which likes to know the details, it likes the logic, it likes the practicality, it wants to know what time, where, and all the details and information. And then you have the magnetic, subconscious, body, heart space field. So let's call this guy the ego, the roommate in the head who like wants to just like keep you safe and get his word in, and he wants to be heard because he's protecting you, right? Like, she's protecting you. The ego just wants to be heard. It just wants to be validated. It just wants to be acknowledged, okay? So acknowledge the ego because it's just doing its job. But ultimately, when the ego has like, babbled and freaked out for a sec and like wanted to speak its truth, let that happen, and then take 3 deep breaths, breathing a white electric energy into the body. So 3 deep breaths. So inhale, filling up the whole body with this air, and then gently exhale and drop into the heart on the exhale. Another inhale, hold it, feel yourself connecting into the earth through the feet, and entering the cosmos through the top of the head, and gently exhale through the nose, dropping into the heart space. One last time, another inhale, connecting to the earth and the heavens with this white light. Holding it, breathing in as much air as you can into the body. And then gently exhale, releasing everything, dropping into that heart. And this is a place of calmness, of bliss, of a deep knowing, of trust, of creativity, and essentially it's who you really are. It's dropping more into the spirit rather than the limiting ego and more of the restrictive head. So when we live here, as much as possible, this is who we really are. But just to remind you that like both energies have a place. And so when we can allow our egos to speak, and you love it and you validate it and you say, okay, I hear you and that totally makes sense and I get where you're coming from, but I'm gonna let my heart drive. So I'm gonna have you just go to the back of the bus and you're safe, but my heart's gonna drive. And watch your whole life change. Watch when your heart drives, that you will be desiring to create new neural pathways. You'll be desiring to do things differently, to take different roads, to go to different places, to meet different people, and you'll find a higher aligned life. Like everything will shift when you're in this heart space. You'll look at everyone differently. You'll see things differently. You literally enter a different consciousness, which creates a different reality, a different world even. So yes, we are all, lurking the same world, but it's an illusion because everyone, depending on their reality, is experiencing a completely different world. So what you experience is completely unique and divine to you. And when humanity starts to all awaken and drop into their heart frequency, this is when we're going to really experience heaven on earth. And this is when Zion has come together. This is when the oneness has come together. Like, this is what everyone has been like talking about, right? And it's happening now. So just a little reminder, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you guys have any questions, comments coming from the heart, let me know. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk with you guys soon.